Hello ladies and gents, my name is JC. I am the photographer for memoriesmemoir.com, and I also do a lot of video productions as well. So today I'm doing a review on a handheld handlebar thing from CamTree. I'm also going to be doing a little bit of a review on the CamTree's version of this pretty awesome shoulder pad that gives you a lot of flexibility to move pretty much anything around so that you can make it do whatever it is you need. But there is actually a very big problem that I hope they consider taking care of, and it's all about probably quality control and measurements. So the beef that I have right now, and first off, the vendor on Amazon.com said that I need to make a video showing and proving the defect that is currently here, and I think that's bullshit. You should probably take my word for it. And in return, I'm going to post this video on the Amazon review thing. I'm going to give you guys 0 stars if that's possible. And here's why. So I'm actually going to be using a caliper here, made by Absolute AOS Digimatic, one of the most accurate calipers that you can find on the market. And what we need to first discuss is, well, I'm going to use a very reputable manufacturer of video parts here, and this is Tilta. They make some very awesome stuff, and they pretty much follow the standard really closely. So what we're looking at here is this right here. The spacing from here to here needs to be very exact in order for it to work across the platform really well. And like I said, Tilta is a very high quality manufacturer, very expensive stuff. I mean, this right here plus a focusing kit cost me $500, and it didn't really come with all that much, but the stuff is made out of super high quality parts. Now the beef that I have with CamTree is their quality specs are a little bit off. And for example, for me to attach this shoulder pad here to this, I had to hammer this down into this. And I'm actually going to go ahead and keep the shoulder pad because this right here I won't be taking on and off all that much. And if I ever need to, I have the flexibility to just disconnect it via the means of this. And I'm good to go. And I don't have that back part holding me back when I decide to transition this onto my tripod and use a video head, because I do that from time to time. So, looking at the quality control aspect of things, so here is my little caliper, and I'm going to be measuring everything in millimeters. And I have already measured everything, and I've come to the conclusion that 74.9 is pretty much the standard of this point to this point. And it's always a little bit off, not that much. 0.1 of a millimeter isn't that big of a deal. So here we got, let me get things perfectly centered. So I got 74.97, 74.96, 74.9, try and get it, 74.95, once everything's said and done and perfectly aligned. Okay. Now, if we go over to the handlebars from CamTree, when you measure this, you'll come to realize that when you put your bars, your 15mm rods on here, and you might even be able to see it in the video, it's wider up here than it is down here. I don't know why that is. I think that when this tightens down, it accidentally spreads the bars apart, which then makes it so that you can't use accessories such as these, which are perfectly spaced apart to the industry standard, or this really awesome adapter that I can put my camera on and then put on here and then start recording on the fly. I need the flexibility to be able to change up my equipment on the fly, because when I do videos for when I do videography for weddings, I don't have time to be messing around with stuff and trying to get things to align so that I can get my camera equipment even on the base of my rig. And this CamTree unit is actually destroying it, and here's why. So first, let's take a look at the numbers. So 74.95 was pretty much the standard. Well, guess what? It doesn't fit here. It does not fit. I have to go wider, and it's about 75.8 millimeters of a difference. That is a very substantial, big difference. And here's why. So, you got my rods, you got the measurements. I now can no longer use the industry standard anything. It doesn't go on. Can't get it on there. This, even at its widest point, is still not big enough to go on there. And this is a very big issue. If I can't even use the most basic items on this is absolutely worthless to me. It's a really expensive hunk of metal that I can't even use. Now, let's take a look at the industry standard, something that is about 74.9. I can just, on the fly, slap this in, tighten this down. If my camera was on there and I had the handlebars up here, I would be ready to go on the fly, just like that. But that's not possible because CamTree failed to follow the basic industry standards for 50mm rod measurements. Everything should be really fluid with one another, just like that. Boom. And then I can tighten these down to make sure this doesn't slide. But if you were to try to do that with CamTree, it's not even possible. So this renders the item actually useless. Can't do anything with that. I can't even use anything. So CamTree, I want my money back, or if you guys fix the issue, I would like an item that actually functions with the industry standard of items in the 50mm rod assembly rig stuff. So I'm really sorry, but this is useless to me. I hope this video gives you guys the proof that you wanted in order for me to get a refund. And this video will be posted on Amazon's reviews, and it's probably going to be the worst one. I'm not sure why anybody else was okay with this. Maybe they were using the bigger rods that actually might be perfectly aligned. I'm not sure. But that is it for me. Thanks so much.